What's up, my friends? Happy Thursday. Hope you all are having a great day. Whoop. I'm Alexandra. I am the founder of Life with Herpes. I did not go live yesterday. I had a sick little boy, so I was cuddling all day with my little boy. So anyways, hope you all are off to a good day. This is something I like to go live daily. I do my best to go live daily to answer your questions about herpes. So to be here to support you. When I was diagnosed back in 2011 with genital HSV2, it was absolutely terrifying, paralyzing, suffocating. This entire feeling of like my life is over was very, very real and very, very prominent. I believed that I would have to sacrifice who I was as a person. Anything that I had worked for now didn't matter, didn't count. Like, why would I work hard? Why did I go to college? Why did I work hard in my life? Because now I have herpes. So anyways, I am here to answer your questions and support you through this. So if you have just been diagnosed with herpes, the worst thing that you can do is go down that rabbit hole of like going, worrying about it and putting your blinders on and not opening yourself up to realizing what herpes actually is, and it actually isn't a big deal. And then learning how to live with it, learning how to adapt, learning how it can in ways improve your life. Now, I'm not saying that getting outbreaks are fun, and I'm not saying that there might be some changes in your life, but the fact of the matter is, for me personally, it improved my life. I made a lot of changes that were needing to be made, and I'm a woman of faith, and I personally believe that God put those things in my life. Like, he was like, hey, Alexandra, you're not listening to me. Boom, let me give you herpes because you need to make changes in your life. So that's how I look at it, and thank God it was only herpes. It wasn't something bigger or worse. So with that being said, feel free to ask your questions here. I will go through and I will answer them. So something that's very interesting and very surprising to most people is people are not tested for herpes. So if you're a responsible sexually active adult and you go in and get tested, which I'm saying that's very rare that most of us go in and get tested, but let's say we go in and get tested, they're not actually testing you for herpes. They're testing you for other things like chlamydia, gonorrhea, HIV, other things of that matter, but they're not testing you for herpes. So there's many people that will get test results back that are negative, or if they're not, they will take care of it, whatever it is. If it's a bacterial infection, they're able to take some sort of antibiotic to take care of it. And then they go about their business thinking that everything is good to go. Well, unfortunately, herpes can be asymptomatic in a lot of people, and it can lie dormant for a long time. There's many people that have contracted it earlier on in their life, and then years, decades later, it's popped up. Question you have, is it harder to conceive a baby with herpes? Well, I don't know the difference. First of all, because I got this when I was pretty young, and I wasn't interested in having a baby at that point in my life. But no, there's no difference. It doesn't impact your fertility. Other STIs out there can impact your fertility in both men and in women, but herpes does not. It has no impact. Something that we don't realize is this is a skin-to-skin transmission, so it doesn't live in our blood. It doesn't live in our bodily fluids. It's skin to skin, so there's no impact on the baby when it's in utero. So it has no impact on that. The only thing I would say that maybe be hard to conceive potentially would be sometimes when our hormones are fluctuating, like when we ovulate and when we get our period, those fluctuations happen. Sometimes that can create an outbreak. So obviously if you have an outbreak during your fertile period, like my husband likes to call it my flower days, during your fertile period, you may not be able to have sex, which then if you can't have sex, you can't get pregnant. But other than that, it's totally normal. I'm about to go on a date with this guy I really like. He's so sweet and into me, but I'm nervous. What are you nervous about? Go out, have fun. Just enjoy the date. Don't worry about disclosing unless you're going to expose him to it. So if you're planning to get to that point. Oh, and thank you guys for all the hearts. I like them. I like seeing them. If you're ready to go down that into that phase of your relationship with this guy, then yes, it's the time to have the disclosure. But if you're not there yet and it's just the date, it's just fun, it's just going out, it's just going to dinner, drinks, movie, whatever it is, enjoy that. Be in the moment and be present. So don't worry about it. There's lots of reasons why a relationship can fizzle. There's lots of reasons. Like, it can be hot and heavy for the first 4 dates, and then all of a sudden it fizzles and you're like, WTF, what just happened? That could be something that has nothing to do with herpes, or it could be a herpes related. You just don't know. Would you still test positive if it's dormant in your body? So yes, you would test positive if it's dormant in your body. You would test positive. So the reason why is because we would be looking for the antibodies in our blood. How do you prevent transmitting herpes? Is there a way for your partner not to get it at all from you? So no, it's impossible to 1000% prevent transmission to your partner. And that's why herpes is so common, is it's been passed to the majority of the population just by living life, by kissing people, by having sex, by sharing things of that matter. So you can't 1000% prevent transmission. Personally, what I do with my husband, when we were first dating, I was on the daily antivirals or prophylactic. It was and is the best way to prevent transmission to a partner. So I was doing that. And then at this point, I take Lysine daily. This is the Lysine that I take. I take Lysine daily. That also is it's more of a natural way. The antiviral is FDA approved. It's a drug. So I take Lysine daily to help keep it out of replication mode in my body. And then of course I don't have sex or expose him to it if I feel like I have anything going on. So if I feel a tingle, prodrome, or if I have an outbreak, we don't go there. Other than that, we live our lives like normal. It is normal. Can't you give it to someone by kissing? Absolutely. It is possible to transmit oral herpes, if you have oral herpes, by kissing somebody. Something that we think though is just because we have it, we think that like anytime we touch somebody, we're gonna give it to them. That's not the case. We're not like a walking around transmission blob. You have to have an active outbreak or the virus has to be shedding. Is my husband positive? No, my husband does not have herpes. I'm really into this guy and I know that he has herpes, but I do not. How do I make him comfortable? So I would first I love this question because I normally get it from the opposite side. I would just let him know that you appreciate him opening up to you about herpes. You realize that it was a really big deal for him to open up to you. And it really shows that he likes you. It shows that he cares about you. It shows that he has integrity. And he wants to get this relationship on the same like ground floor page. That's a really important thing in a relationship. I would just let him know that you feel comfortable with it, you've made your decision, and you're okay with that. And just talk about it. I think the more you can talk about it, I think the better it's going to be. He hasn't told me about it. Oh. Then I would open up the conversation about sexual health and be like, hey, let's talk about sexual health. I want to go down this path. Should we get tested? Let's both get tested. You know, things can be dormant. And let's just get on the same page with our sexual health before we get intimate. And thanks for the hearts, you guys. Does my husband have it? Nope. I didn't hear that The Rock's wife caught COVID. Can you transmit HSV2 by kissing? So yes, if you have oral HSV2, you can transmit it. So you can only transmit via kissing whatever you have on your mouth. So HSV1 is most common on your mouth, but you can also have HSV2 oral. Not as common, but it is possible. So again, if you have genital herpes, you're not going to transmit it orally. Vice versa, if you have oral herpes, you're not going to transmit it sexually. You're just going to transmit where you are contagious or where you have the virus. So I don't know if that makes sense. It's a great question though, because a lot of people are like, wait, if I have it down there, can I kiss? Or if I have it up here, can I do things down there? Now, something to be aware of is HSV oral herpes can be transmitted genitally by doing things with our mouth. So a lot of times people don't realize that we can be contagious. Like if we have a cold sore and we do things with our mouth with our partner, we can accidentally transmit it to our partner that way. Also very important to know. So there's a lot of new cases now about HSV1 genitals. So many people will get their test results back and they're like, wait a minute, I have genital herpes, I have oral herpes, but I have it down there. What does that mean? Just started dating someone, getting feelings, we are long distance, what's the right way to disclose? So I personally am very adamant about disclosing in person. I have talked to a lot of people that are very adamant about disclosing over text because they feel that they have a paper trail. So everyone can be a little bit different. But personally, I think it's important to disclose in person, or at least over the FaceTime or however you guys communicate, because you can show your emotions and you can show the compassion and the fluctuations in your voice. I would say that, how committed are you with the relationship? Is it just a fun fling thing to text about, or are you guys no, we're committed, we're in a relationship, we want to see where this is going? If you're in the part of I want to get going in this relationship, I want to see where it's going, then I would open up whatever, probably soon, if you feel like there's a foundation here. If there's you don't have any intention to see him in a while, then but if it's something you're no, we have plans, we're going to see each other soon, I would probably open up. If you are going to see him in person, then maybe you wait till then. You want to disclose, but you're scared. So yeah, fear is something that basically keeps us from dating. Fear is something that holds us back, really anything in life. And we have to realize that it's something that's typically in our own head, or something that's manifested by a preconceived notion. So you're fearful to disclose, I'm assuming because you don't want the rejection. And we have to remember that rejection happens naturally with or without herpes. I've been rejected a handful of times. Had nothing to do with herpes prior to having herpes. I've also been rejected with having herpes. I've also had very successful relationships without herpes, and obviously I'm married, so a successful relationship with herpes. So it all happens regardless. So I would say that you need to understand what your biggest fear is, and if it is that fear of rejection, decide, is this person really worth my time? Do I really like this person? And if that's the answer, then I'd say go for it. You're scared to lose people close to you, like your family and friends. So I would, as far as family and friends, they don't need to know unless you're going to expose them, but I don't see why you would expose your family and friends to it. It'd only be if you wanted their support, their emotional support, but there's no need to tell them. So if you do want to tell them, then of course, just a way to go about it is this happened to me, I'm struggling with this, and I'd really love for you to be here to support me, or go from a supportive standpoint. And I think that would probably be a helpful way. I haven't had an outbreak since the first time I got diagnosed. Is this normal? People have a lot of them. So, yeah, so that is extremely normal. Most people actually do not get outbreaks. Most people are asymptomatic. Most people don't even know they have herpes for that reason. So it is very common to get your first outbreak and then never have another outbreak again. I went 14 years in between my first and second HSV1 oral outbreaks. That is very common and very normal. By the way, thanks for the hearts, you guys. Yeah, so that is normal. How long have you been using the Secret Society products? What's your favorite? That's a good question. So we launched them in 2019. We launched them with the lip balm. This was what we launched with. I said that 3 different times. This is one of my favorites that I do use daily. I live in Las Vegas. It's very arid here, very dry. I love this because it's SPF, it's natural. There's lysine in it, and it will just help combat outbreaks, and it feels really good. So this is a really good one. The best seller, you guys, love the Reviver soap. I'm currently sold out until tomorrow, but you can still purchase it online. It'll get processed. But the Reviver soap is something that you guys absolutely love, and I created it because when we have an outbreak, we want something that will help soothe our sore, and we also want to be able to clean it. So we want something that's wound healing, that will feel nice, it'll be moisturizing. You can use this with or without an outbreak. My son uses it, my husband uses it, I use it. It smells good, it feels good. So this is something, the Reviver soap is something that you guys use. My personal favorite is the Everyday Wellness Oil. I could put it on my skin. I put it directly on outbreaks. You can put it in a bath. There's just a lot of ways to use this, and I like it directly on my outbreaks because it has carrier oils like coconut and I think almond, aloe vera, sesame seed oil, lots of really good oils in here that will help dilute kind of the initial sting of essential oils. If you're putting essential oils directly on your outbreak, it can be kind of like stingy or can almost burn. So in here we have chamomile essential oil, we have orange oil, we have lemon oil, and we have tea tree, and there's also lysine in here. So this will help an outbreak directly. So there's a lot of great things in this oil. So these are my favorite things. Alley Cat says you get them on your hands. So you have herpetic whithlow. It is common for people to, well, it's not as common, but for people that use their hands, for example, dentists used to get them a lot. So I would recommend, if you're looking for something for your hands, I would use one of our lotions that have the lysine in it as well. And the oil that has the lysine in it as well. You said the peppermint oil hurt and then it helped. Yeah, some of the oils, the essential oils, if you don't dilute them, they can be extremely painful. So what is the highest dosage of lysine? Okay, this is like the third time I've gotten this question. So these are the supplements I personally use. They're from Naturally Cure Labs, which are formerly Natural Cure Labs, which is now Palmera Health. What I like about these is I like the integrity of the company. I think that they do an amazing job of using the best ingredients, and they've won many awards as far as in that whole supplement industry. I also think they're very well priced for the highest quality of ingredients. So just what you want with efficacy is great. This is the one I used. I have it linked for you. So the dose recommendations obviously look on the back of the bottle. I'm not a doctor. I can't recommend. I can't tell you. What I have been told by doctors is, again, you go do your own research, but I've been told anywhere from 1,000 milligrams to 3,000 milligrams if you have an outbreak. There are some information, if you go to Monolaurin and more, they do have a lot of questions about Monolaurin dosing, which is a little bit different than Lysine, but you can use them together, and that's very beneficial. If you go to Google Scholar, you can do your own research on Lysine, you can do your own research on Monolaurin. There should be a lot of information there. So if you do that, that would probably be really beneficial. Monolaurin is, lysine, so the reason why lysine is really beneficial, lysine is an essential amino acid. It's basically a protein that we need to consume in our daily food consumption. Lysine helps with our building blocks of our muscles. It helps repair tendons. It helps also, it works with other minerals that come into our body and the way our body metabolizes them. Lysine also helps with block the replication of the herpes virus. So the herpes virus hates lysine. It's like suffocates. It's like the Wicked Witch of the West putting water on her, right? Or East. Good Glenda the Good Witch. I don't remember. The Wicked Witch. Whoever that is, East or West. I don't know. Anyways, the lysine really, really helps block that because it helps block the arginine that gets to the herpes virus. So this is really great. Monolaurin, which is lauric acid, is found in 3 ways. It's found in human breast milk, it's found in coconut oil, and it's also found in palm oil. What it does is lauric acid, aka monolaurin, disrupts the outer layer of an enveloped virus. There's like this outer shell around an enveloped virus that our immune system cannot penetrate. This disrupts it so that our immune system can now go in and penetrate it. So taking these together, this is immune support and this is lysine that will help with a herpes outbreak. Taking these two things together can be extremely beneficial when it comes to day-to-day natural ways to prevent outbreaks. I take these, like I say, daily. I have them linked for you. Like I said, I love this company. I think they do an amazing job. If you use the promo code LWH, you do get 10% off, and there's just a lot going on. So these are the ones I use. Someone asked, where can you get the oils? So these, you can get them. I also have them linked for you as well. My company created them, so Secret Society Wellness. I own this company as well. They are made here in Las Vegas. It took over a year to formulate and figure out the right combination. I can tell you the products, the ingredients are natural. It's made in the best natural way possible, and yeah, you just can't get enough of them. They're honestly awesome. Yeah, this is interesting to know. There's a lot of great stuff here that we can take that may be a more natural way. Some people love to take the antiviral and they're like, that works for me, I'm good to go. Other people are like, you know what, I want to go more natural route, or I want to do this all together. So you can take Lysine with the antiviral. Again, I'm not a doctor, I can't prescribe this or say this, but the antiviral is something that's prescribed by a doctor, and Lysine is a supplement that is, sold over the counter that can just be added to your daily nutrition. So all very helpful. Can you ship to the UK for what products? I do not believe the Monolaurin, I don't believe Natural Cure Labs or Palmera Health ships there. And as far as my stuff, the oils, you know what? I know there's a bunch of countries that I cannot ship to. I believe we can ship to the UK. So go on the website and check it out. It'll give you the option. I'm pretty sure I can. All right, guys. I am going to bounce. I appreciate you. I really hope you're having a great Thursday, and I will see you all soon tomorrow. Thank you so much for the hearts. I really appreciate it. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you soon.